Welcome to the Mental Health Militia News, where I am your host, Chabol, here with his co-host, Mr. Munster. Well, thank you, Mr. Munster. Today in the news, we have a doozy. But before we get into that, I must mention a disclaimer. Yes, a news station with a warning. Why? Because we care that the information we give you might be fire, but it turns out it is me, Ronan, Six Fingers, and Mr. Monster gathering it, producing it, and delivering it, so it could be wrong and blow up in your face just like this gentleman. So please prepare yourself that we are in the great media war of 2021, and we are just trying to gather information and provide you the truth, where we are trying to fight off the fact checkers that try to deny you of the truth. Moving on from the great media war of 2021 to as we start to understand who Chabot is. He is just a measly worker making $24,000 a year, trying to just put out the information he finds for you for absolutely 100% free. Moving on from who Chabot is to the opening quote in the MHM News. Remember why you started. Don't give up. Find a way, because we want you to complete your goals in life. Even if you have to scratch and claw and scream for them, we want you to complete them. Moving on from the news, unless you're the deep cabal, then we want you to fail. To, yes, the sick world news in your MHM News. Chinese vows reunification with Taiwan. Xi Jinping says we have a glorious tradition in reuniting the island with its mainland, and the goal will be fulfilled after China flies many jets over Taiwan, exposing and flexing their force of power. But the United States is training Taiwan on how to combat the Chinese Communist people. Moving on from the news to welcome to America, bitches, in your MHM News. To foreign Afghan defense minister's son who bought an LA mansion also has a brother who is a United States government contractor who reportedly made $360 million from his government contracts. So is this saying that these people who work with foreign diplomats can just come over to our country and just take stake within our country and buy land up and not face any repercussions just in case they did any kind of war crimes? I think that what this article is exactly showing. I don't know. Maybe it's completely wrong. It's midnight. Moving on from the news to you shut your mouth, we'll bomb who we want. It's war propaganda. In your MHM News, Taliban says U.S. will provide humanitarian aid to Afghanistan. Yes, as we have people still stuck in Afghanistan that are either Americans or American allies, we will be trying to send them food, but will most likely be taken by the Taliban and eaten by the Taliban, if not poisoned, then given to the American allies. Moving on from we are paying for this war and their ammunition to, yes, dead drops for cryptocurrency. Navy nuclear engineer and his wife charged with trying to share submarine secrets with foreign countries. Yes, we have here Jonathan and Diana Toyobi, both of Annapolis, Maryland, were arrested in Jefferson County, West Virginia by FBI and Naval Criminal Investigation Services on Saturday because they were caught selling nuclear information or crypto information, who knows, to foreign people. Moving on from the corruption to, yes, how can I not help you with your tech support in your MHM News? To Southwest Airline, woes continue. 1,000 flights canceled on Sunday, and the calculations are counting. Yes, the last time I checked, over 1,800 Southwest flights were canceled amongst the United States and America, as they say that the towers could not be manned because people are just calling out of sick or did not get the vacation. But if people are calling out in the towers, why is it only Southwest Airlines? Moving on from the news, because anything woke turns to shit, to crimes against humanity. So people always keep your head on a swivel like an owl. Be like, woo, there's something going on over there. I got to help that person, or I got to be out, be out, be out, be out, be out. Yes, please keep your hands on head on a swivel. Yes, Church of England House of Worship changes names to St. Michael's to St. Mike's, hoping to lure in younger generations. Either that, or they are trying to lure in the kiddies to try to corrupt these churches as much as possible and make these kiddies afraid of the churches. Moving on from the news to, yes, New Jersey teachers alarmed by union training to log COVID Rona vacation convos with parents and students. Yes, as these unions are preparing these teachers to log in these conversations, to let these unions know who exactly is having these conversations, because they think they are going to get a log of names, because hopefully in the future they are going to wrap us up and bring us to these Rona camps, but it's not going to happen. But we see that they are preparing for it to happen. Moving on from the news to, yes, federal appeals court smacks down Obama judge, temporary reinstates heartbeat abortion law in Texas. Yes, as we see here, they are trying to continue with these abortion laws, and they want these babies killed, but the Texas people don't want these babies killed. What is really going to happen? That these abortion laws are going to be abolished, because a heartbeat is a heartbeat is a heartbeat. Moving on from the news to, yes, feds must disclose identities of any unnamed co-conspirators to the Ghislaine Maxwell case. Yes, as the trial judge rules. Yes, the trial judge rules that tomorrow the Ghislaine Maxwell unnamed co-conspirators will be revealed, but we will see if somebody tries to block that tomorrow. But it is supposed to be released. Moving on from the news to, yes, you've reached the Rona section in your MHM news. Chew. It's all right. Just wipe it away. Ain't nothing to be concerned about. Moving on to New York Times issues embarrassing correction after reporting 900,000 children have been hospitalized with the Rona, when the true figure is only 63,000 kids. Science reporter who claimed the Wuhan lab leak theory was racist roots made series of errors. Ooh, there's going to be a lot of lawsuits out there. So what it is saying is that they lied about 837,000 cases, misleading the people to think that this was one heck of a pandemic, but it turns out it was a plandemic. Moving on from the news to, yes, fraud, scams, and lies could target you, so protect yourself, people. Tell your neighbor there is fraud, scams, and lies going on, so don't pick up the phone because your car does not have an extended warranty. No. They're trying to steal the country. Moving on from the news to the world. They're trying to steal the world. To hundreds of thousands of U.S. troops still unvacationed ahead of first vacation deadline. Yes, as we see here that people are being forced to take vacations, so please go to Bermuda, Bahamas, oh, pretty mama, Montego. Oh, baby, where do we go? Definitely do not take that vacation. Stick to your post and fight for your country. Moving on from the news to, yes, backing the blue in your MHM news. To judge turns down Oregon State police troopers' request to stop governor's vacation mandate. Yes, as we see here that the judge the judge definitely wants these people to go to the Bermuda, the Bahamas, and baby, we don't want to go. But the lawyer that presented the case to this judge obviously did not present it the proper way. So hopefully some lawyer just taps him on the shoulder and says, no, you must present it this way, and the judge will strike down that mandate. Moving on from the news to, yes, if you made it this far, you've made it to the veteran section in the MHM news. Yes, in a report put out by Mel Q, as she put together a why is FB returning to the news? FB is returning to the news. Lifelong DARPA ends. Facebook begins lifelong DARPA team transfer. Facebook, what DARPA team members past present work for Facebook? What divisions locate 3 public, 9 total? 6 non-public social media and big tech are under control of CCP, CIA, Mossad. Lifelong was a project of Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, DARPA of U.S. Department of Defense, that captured the Facebook information. I'm unsure. But as we see that this is in the news, it is Q Post 2984. So if you just go back and check that out, I'm sure you'll be able to find out what it is exactly talking about. But these Q posts confuse the hell out of me. Moving on from the news to, gosh, if you made it this far, you watch me push through the news on a Sunday night at midnight. But I am so sorry. I got most of that absolutely ass backwards, but I love you. That is all for now from the Mental Health Militia News. Mr. Munster and Chabul, have a good one. God bless you and yours. Holla at Chabul. 2 fingers. Yes, if you want to join us weeknights at 10 p.m., if not 10:30, somewhere in between that time on the Mental Health Militia News, and just listen to us talk about nonsense as I build the news, and they keep me awake so I can sit here and just push it through it and build to get back better. Moving on from the